We're past those days, folks. Welcome to the new area. It's Moldians versus Ingsheesh, because two civs that are likely to frustrate you are about to clash in the pit.
There we go. VortiX against MarineLorD. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. So this time we're not going to be seeing that 5 villager pull, which we thought might happen. Makes sense, because like you can't stop the age up from Malians either way. There were some weird generations sometime on the pit, where due to elevation, like short bows are able to get close to like shooting the villagers, which are right under the TC.
It's like, it feels so all in though, right? Like, I guess the other thing to consider here is like on an opening game, players are more likely to make that gamble, but on a deciding game, maybe you play a little bit more reserved for a stronger timing. Like, that strikes me as more of a VortiX type thing as well. Like, he's not afraid to commit everything behind an assault, but he's not really your type of player that will regularly cheese you at 4 minutes in, right? I always think of this guy as like 15 to 18 minutes in, he's knocking at your door with 4 rams saying sayonara.
Yeah, MarineLorD is lucky that this time he doesn't have the option of going for Trade Wing with the English. Because that greed would definitely be getting punished by VortiX.
Sorry, do you want to
Alright, so wait, VortiX went for 2 scouts actually.
Sorry. Can't believe you done him like that. I mean, luckily, this is why you pick the Abbasis before you get to this map, right? Remove your own option.
The thing was that MarineLorD, after that, he was like in chat saying that, oh my god.
He was defending
like,
it.
even after that, after that, he was like, dude, Trade Wing is still so OP.
Oh, maybe next time, MLord, maybe next. You had an opportunity to present it. You did. Like that. You know what? There we go. Back on that game on Basin, if he'd picked Trade Wing, he would have won. That's going to be the argument I'm going to hear from MLord later.
This is a feels bad moment, though, because look at the amount of sheep that MarineLorD has gotten so far in this game. The double scout really paid off here for VortiX, because there's not a lot left for MarineLorD when it comes to food under his TC.
I mean, you can go early farms, but, you know, there's the thing. I think people kind of got this gluttonous feel like, I'm English, I can go multiple farms. Yes, but it still costs. I prefer this play from MarineLorD. He's gathering on the stone, likely going to be dropping a TC over near the berries and the deer.
Yeah, he really does need that additional food source secured, because the farm transition could kill you early on. As he said, it's really costly. Even if you're playing as the English, you're still gonna have to invest roughly like 400 food into a full 8 farm set.
Yeah, it's like, it was always the argument like, oh yeah, but English get these cheap farms. Like, it's still a cost. And I think it's something that in the early phase of the game, it kind of got shrugged at because people hadn't had as much time to play out these games, right? Now, when you think about that small loss of resources, you definitely feel it add up because people have got so much better at finding these very thinly threaded timings.
I'm wondering if VortiX is even going to go for trade. He's opening up with this Yaharan trade network. But, I mean, we also see MarineLorD going for a second TC, but so far from VortiX, he usually goes for like really, really heavy early aggression. So I would be surprised if he does go for that. Wait, we're hearing chat messages right now between these two players?
Hell yeah. Yo, hey, Relic, when are we getting chat showing, okay? I need to see the smack talk on my screen right now. You know, like, all right, let's predict what it is. VortiX just typed, yo, MLord, you're right, trade is broken, watch this.
I think MarineLorD, or either VortiX or MarineLorD probably just typed, nice sheep.
Hey, dude, I'm all for it. Like, I remember being, I used to say this to Snooper, because Snooper used to get people smack talking regularly. I'd be like, you need to return fire, right? Screw winning the game, win the verbal war, win the mind game, the mental play. No, well, someone that we're going mental for because we see it all the bloody time. It is going to be the Warrior Scouts. It is going to be the Sofa opening. Now, this is someone that I think it really was VortiX and Lucifer that innovated this. They were the first players I saw doing it, and it has gotten them ridiculous success with the Malians.
What was that? I didn't hear what he said that they're doing with the Malians.
So the 2 scouts into Sofa play. So they were showing this off, I believe, in round 1 as well. Yeah. Like, I think they were the first players to find regular success with it. Everyone else is doing it now. Maybe they weren't the first to innovate it, but they were definitely the first I think we saw an EGC displaying it.
Yeah, it does make sense, especially with like, well, villagers frenzy start right now, because you can just pull 2 more villagers for building the age up, and you're gonna still age up at a normal time. And there we go, full trade boom here.
On both sides, maximum distance. MarineLorD is gonna have to find a way to shut this down quick. And the problem he has is he's only open with longbows, and he's already facing up against scouts and sofas.
Yeah, the trading with Malians is special, right? Because not only do they get bonus gold from every single toll outpost that they pass, they also get food due to these RN trade networks. So it at the end you're getting, what was it, 80% additional resources in total from their trade.
So you're getting probably about 260, 275?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh my.
So really, really strong with the Malians when you go for trade. Sure, you don't have any special other bonuses like Abbasid. They can strengthen their traders. Mongols, they can make them cheap and produce them faster, as well as speed them up.
Yeah, French can select
Ottomans, they can make them faster and unkillable. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones in there. But how about this, folks? More gold. Wow.
Yeah, and that does synergize perfectly with like one of their landmark choices, right? They can go for that Farim garrison, and suddenly they're pretty much going to be able to produce units for free out of one of their production buildings.
And MarineLorD has now switched over to horsemen, and that just got scouted. When VortiX raided that tree line, he saw the stables, he saw horsemen spawning. So he will have a solution to this. We have to remember that those scouts, those warrior scouts, they're basically horsemen, but better.
They're better than horsemen, yeah. In a straight-up horseman versus warrior scout fight,
it's stupid.
The warrior scouts win just because of that that bonus regeneration. Neither have pierce armor, and the warrior scouts just heal so much. It's insane.
It's even more insane when you consider the cost analysis, right? 90 resources versus 120. It's like there is no realm in which you feel like you're winning. The only way where MarineLorD will be able to take fights in equal quantities is if he has the attack speed aura, which I don't see him extending out to the trade network area anytime soon.
MarineLorD, he must probably be beating himself up right now, because not only did he go for his second TC, he started off with really, really low amount of sheep, so now he also has to go for an early farm transition. He does have really good food income, but is he going to be able to mass enough horsemen here in order to take down sofas? Doesn't even look like he's still producing.
Could you just go fast castle and drop a white tower between the TCs to cover you?
I mean, you could. You surely could, but do you want to leave trade unpunished?
I mean, my thought is, like, do you have a better way of shutting down trade if you just get castle, right, and get knights, compared to what he's doing now?
I'm not sure. It's really a rough situation for MarineLorD to be in. Like, wait, how did those sofas... Wait, huh?
Is
there a hole? Oh, he chopped through his own wood line. Ah. Oh. Yeah, that's so annoying. I really wish we had, like, the AoE2 interaction up there where you can't walk over chopped trees. That's unfortunate for him. That's a lot of idle time.
I feel like that's a slippery slope, though. Like, and maybe if we bring the you can't walk over chop, do we have to then bring in, like, the siege Naganel kind of effect, right? Or siege Nagas, where you can, like, take out trees? Black Forest, viable and competitive, question mark?
Imagine the play of just trying to take down every single woodland that your opponent has with Mangonels.
Okay, let's be totally honest. I've talked about this before, right? Some of the best maps we're seeing competitive right now are limited wood. Would it be so terrible if we had a way of deleting the ridiculous amounts of wood on other maps? Abbasid players would hate it. Chinese players would hate it.
Yeah.
English players would hate it. I'm not seeing any true objections so far.
Once again, the sofas are in, killing a villager, getting idle time.
It's so tanky.
And behind this, yeah, and behind this, there's just so much trade going on.
It's just all a distraction, a ruse to keep MarineLorD back. And MarineLorD is going for that castle age play we talked about. He's almost got what he needs. Just needs to finish off the food. White Tower, like, you could drop it at that breach point, or you drop it between the TTCs. I feel like it has to be between the TTCs, though.
It makes sense, because then you have like this perfect little area for your farm transition that just cannot effectively get raided. You got the White Tower in the middle, you got the TC on one side, got the TC on the other side, and any unit that goes in there just gets obliterated. Is a little bit more forward, closer to his gold. I'm still not sure if he's gonna be able to produce enough here in order to stop the trade in time. I mean, VortiX, he is producing a lot of military right now, so he's not going to be aging anytime soon. But I feel like if VortiX wanted to, he could probably age within like 1 minute after MarineLorD ages up.
Dire circumstance potential for MarineLorD if he can't get the answer quickly. Even more dire when you consider that this is basically a BO1. Remember, this is game number 5. Whoever wins here continues through into the grand finals. I don't know why I put it like that. I don't even know what accent that was. But the loser will have to duke it out in the lower bracket, elimination bracket. As it stands, though, if MarineLorD cannot shut down this trade in the next 2 or 3 minutes, you have to start feeling thumbs up for VortiX.
Yeah, right. At the same time, MarineLorD is getting the Pierce damage upgrade right now, so now I'm a little bit confused as to what unit he decides to make. It would make more sense if he gets the Pierce armor upgrade now, if he wants to dive with his with some knights potentially. But it looks like he's gonna go for mass longbows.
And VortiX is already prepping javelins, which means even on a delayed tech up, he's gonna have a sizable army to upgrade afterwards.
Yeah, the interesting thing is always with Malians, when your opponent ages up, there's still not a single unit that they can make that you can't counter even if you're only in feudal age.
Flexibility is ridiculous with the Civ. It's like the flexibility, you know, usually you say jack of all trades, master of none. I don't even think that's true for Malians. Jack of all trade and master of some. Maybe all. It's close to all.
They have some really, really tough compositions that are just pretty much downright impossible to beat just because of how well the Malians can scale their military numbers. Now we see even more stables coming out from VortiX, and he's just going to be able to spam sofas all day long in combination with infantry coming out of the Farimba garrison nonstop.
I'm worried for MarineLorD. I'm trying to figure out what the solution is. The whites hack at least slow things down, but map's still pretty fleshed out, right? It's pretty open. The only person who's getting some serious walls down is VortiX. Meanwhile, MarineLorD, he's got that one wall in his base, which I think he has been re-microing the villagers to move away from chopping through again.
VortiX has now also reached the castle age, and MarineLorD, he must really be scratching his head right now. He knows that his opponent is trading. He must be thinking, is there some way that I can come back into this game? I think an answer could be just try to get to Imperial and try to cheese it out with English. But even once you reach Imperial, your opponent still, he has the trade, and the Sofas are the unit with the highest Pierce armor next to Englishman-at-Arms.
Well, they're about to be. Imported armors is coming through. This is where things just get absurd. You can even dive the English. That's no easy feat. Double TC fire. Network of castles. Usually most civs just think of this as a frustrating civ to break, like you're on the clock. But right now, VortiX is about to take that clock and smash MarineLorD over the head with it.
MarineLorD now also sees just why these javelin throws are so frustrating to deal with when you have ranged units, because they, like, you got 20 longbows there, and it takes them 3 volleys in order to take down a single javelin thrower.
Crackedy, he's not going to have 20 longbows for long. He's just going to have a GG to get called. That is it. He realizes he has no answer. The Malians went from being a busted civ with the Farimba build. Well, let me know how you feel now. Is this better or worse? While you sit on your sofa at home, I want you to contemplate how ridiculous this sofa play is for the Malians.
Yeah, it's just quite insane, because if we look at the economy count is similar. But if we look at the economy numbers, it's not that similar, right? And like, trade is just... Damn, is that a good payoff? Is that a good payoff?
That's just VortiX being like, yep, this gold is representative of how much more money I'm going to make than you out of this tournament this rate, Lord. Because, of course, MarineLorD, you know, yeah, he got roughed up a little bit in round 1. He's at least set for a very deep run here in round 2.